In this video, I will have you go through concepts of Lean Six Sigma in 5 minutes. So let's talk about how you start and where you end. What are the phases? What are the tools? Now, initially, what is Lean Six Sigma? It's a problem solving methodology. Now, in any business process that you have, any problem, any pain point organization is facing, you can apply Lean Six Sigma. The criteria is you have a problem and you don't know the root cause. So that's where you can apply Lean Six Sigma. Now, looking at and the benefits of this process methodology, now it's huge. Now, sometimes you overtake this methodology to improve just the problem worth thousands, but you end up saving actually millions. That has happened with many organizations. That happened to me as well. So, looking at what are the problems. So, problem could be production issue. Your production is low. It could be no sales or maybe less sales. It could be you cannot achieve the targets. It could be a lot of customer complaints. It could be customer satisfaction and whatnot. So any kind of problem or any kind of pain that management is facing can be taken care by Lean Six Sigma methodology. You start with DMAIC. So define phase is where you actually put a project charter. You write down the business case. Why are you doing this? You write down the problem statement in the right way, where you talk about what is happening, where it's happening, how it's happening, and then what is the impact. And then you write down the goal statement that within 3 or 4 months, if it's a green belt project, what you are going to achieve. Of course, if it's a black belt project, you're talking about something to achieve in 8 months to 1 year. Then you carry on with multiple elements of your defined phase, such as voice of customer. What do you get from the customers? What are the key performance indicators, the primary one, based on which you're going to calculate your sigma level? And then, of course, you carry on understanding which direction are you heading, who are your key stakeholders, what are the resistance you're getting. So after this, you move on to measure phase. That's where you get to know what are the primary KPIs, what's your sigma level. You calculate that through DPMO or maybe manual technique. And then you carry on with identifying the process. So the sub-process most likely, and then what are the KPIs or key performance indicators applicable, or we call them secondary KPIs that you need to collect to improve the process or to understand what is the root cause, what's happening. You put up a data preparation plan, you go collect data, you bring it back and move on to analyze phase or analysis phase. In analysis phase, you actually try to find out the root cause. The tool that you mostly use is Fishbone, or we also call this Ishikawa, or cause and effect diagram. Combine that with Pareto. So you identify the root causes, why something is happening, and then you go back, look at the data, and quantify that. And quantify using Pareto, which is where you identify which root cause is having a major impact. So you pick the top 2 or 3 and you try to fix those. Now, based on your team's brainstorming, based on the expertise from the team, you move on to improve phase, come up with your solutions. Now, based on the solutions you come up with, you implement the best, which is the most effective and most efficient. Now, based on the solutions, whatever you come up with, you filter out whatever is not applicable because of multiple reasons. Now, once you come up with your solution, you need to go and do a pilot. So implement the solution on small scale, maybe just few days to see the result. Look at the impact. So if the result is good, you go and implement it everywhere. Make sure that you know the risk and any impact that is on services. So once you move on from improve phase, you move on to control. That's where, again, with the help of team, you come up with control tools. It could be very simple as a checklist, or it could be as sophisticated as a technical part that you have to fit in with your equipment pieces. So it could be anything from a sensor alarm, or maybe from just simply looking at a light which is blinking because of a system goes off the whatever your radar is. So you come up with your control tools. Now, in between, you also may implement the lean in the beginning, where you go identify the waste and try to remove the waste using 5S, or you actually go and implement your process project through identifying the waste or shift of the mean and apply the lean tools part of the improvement. So you go and improve the process at that time. So it could be anywhere you implement lean tools depending on the process, depending on your organization, and of course the scope of the project itself. Now, once you improve and once you control, make sure you keep it under control and watch it again and again. The best is, of course, every month you represent this to the management for 3 months minimum, right? After the improvement is done. So that at least it gives you an idea that have you put up your project implementation in a proper way. And of course, problem is not coming back again. So the project is in control. Now, after this, you need to have a sign off from your stakeholders. Just like you prepare a project charter, get it signed, you also need to get your sign off and get it signed. Now, do your final celebration with the team, success that you achieve, write down your lessons learned. One of the very important things that I learned over time, make sure you do proper documentation, because that documentation of this project will help you in your future projects and also to the other people who are going to come in your organization to implement Lean Six Sigma projects. Stay blessed. Thank you very much. If you like the video, please share that with your team and of course subscribe to the channel as well. Take care. If you have any comments, please let me know. Your feedback is very valuable. Thank you.